Hey everyone, this is Esther, and I help group home owners build thriving group homes and avoid burnout. If you're a group home owner or you are considering opening a group home, I am going to be sharing the top 5 mistakes that I see group home owners making over and over. The good thing is you can avoid these mistakes. So I'm going to be sharing them and I'm also going to be sharing what to do instead. So one of the top mistakes that I see all the time in the group home industry is neglecting the company culture. We just think, oh, these people, they need a paycheck, so they're going to come into work and leave. But people don't come to work, for a paycheck. They come to work for the company culture. And likewise, when people leave jobs, they leave a negative work environment. They're not just quitting the job, they're quitting the environment. And so what I tell people is, if you as a leader are not deliberate about curating a positive work environment and a positive culture, one will form by itself. And most likely it's going to be one that you do not like. And this comes with issues like, gossip, negativity, complaining, and this spreads like wildfire. How do you create a company culture that is positive? It is simply this: you have to lead with intention. You have to communicate to your staff what are the values, what will you allow in your company, and what won't you allow. You have to be very, very deliberate to be able to curate a positive company culture. It doesn't happen by accident. Another common mistake that I see group owners making all the time is lack of systems and SOPs. So what I'm seeing is this group home owner, everything lives in their head, okay? So when staff have a question about how to do something, they have to call you as a group home owner. This is not sustainable. This is also really frustrating for your staff. What I recommend doing is getting everything documented step by step. For instance, how do you pass certain medications? Have that in an SOP, in a binder. How do you perform cleaning, in the house? How do you, do certain things in the house? Have everything documented. Don't leave your staff to guess or call you all the time. I'm telling you, this is a game changer. And down the road, when you expand, these are the same systems you're just going to take and put in place for the new home. So don't think of it as, more work for you to do. Look at it as you're streamlining your business, you're reducing frustration for your caregivers, and you're also preventing burnout for yourself. So today I want you to start systemizing and putting everything down step by step and getting those manuals and those SOPs so that your staff can have something to refer to all the time instead of calling you. Another mistake that I see group home owners making all the time is they fail to nurture relationships with family members and guardians. And when you look at these people as a chore or a burden, or as if they're trying to interfere with the care that you're providing for their loved one, they start to lose trust in you. When you don't communicate with them what's happening, what happens is they will start complaining. They'll think you're being sketchy. They're going to start to wonder, why don't you want to communicate with them? They're going to go to agencies and start talking about you badly. And the next thing you know, you're either being investigated or you are losing clients. It is as simple as this. Put yourself in their shoes at first. Imagine if that was your family member living in a home. Make it a habit to communicate with them on a regular basis. Don't wait for them to ask you for updates. It could be a very short message of, hey, so and so is doing well. They had an amazing month. We went for outings. We did this and this and this. But make it a habit to communicate with them, because these are the same people that are going to be out in the community advocating for you and telling other people about how amazing you are. Another common mistake that group home owners make is they are doing everything. Some of these leaders, they think that nobody else can do the job as well as they can. And some of them don't know where to even start to delegate things. And so you'll find group home owners that are literally doing payroll, paperwork, shopping, cooking, cleaning, appointments. They are doing everything for their business. And this causes so much burnout. It causes so much frustration. And these group home owners are like stuck in the weeds. And when you're stuck in the weeds, you cannot grow your business. You cannot move your company to the next level. You need to learn how to delegate. And a quick way to learn how to delegate is write down every single thing that you are doing. Then find a couple that you can be able to train somebody else to take on. But I promise you, until you start learning how to delegate, you are never going to be able to take your business to the next level. You cannot be a great leader if you do not learn how to first delegate and trust people to help you with your business. Another huge mistake that group home owners are making is expanding too quickly. I am seeing group home owners who have this Homes that don't have systems, they don't have a clear staffing strategy, now going and opening a new location, and what they're doing is they're just duplicating a dysfunctional system. I always tell people, take the time to fix what you have. Fix your staffing strategy, fix your systems, and then down the road, you are going to be able to now take these things and duplicate them and focus on your reputation instead of focusing on how quickly can I open, new homes. Because what happens is when you start focusing on how many homes you can open, is quality goes out the door. And at the end of the day, we are in this field to make an impact in these individuals' lives that we are serving. It's about the people first before the money. Yes, it's a business at the end of the day, but we do not want to lose sight of what it is that we are doing, and that these individuals are vulnerable and are depending on us to provide a certain level of care. So before you open your next location, I want you to ask yourself, do I have systems in place? Do I have a clear staffing plan in place? There you have it. These are the top 5 mistakes that I see group home owners making all the time. Neglecting company culture, lack of systems and SOPs, failing to nurture relationships with family members and guardians, trying to do it all by yourself, and expanding too fast. The good thing is, if you take care of these problems, you are way ahead of a lot of group home owners that I know and I see all the time. But if you'd like to dive deeper, into building solid systems that can give you back your time as a group home owner, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe so you can learn more tips on how to level up and how to build a thriving group home. Thanks for watching.